So my name is AnnaleaKrebs, and I'm the CEO and founder of Ethicaldeal.
So tell me a bit more about your company.
So Ethicaldeal, you might think Whole Foods meets Groupon. So no more spas or pony rides. We're focusing on everyday green essentials, organic groceries, fair trade coffee, but then promoting that at 50% off or more. So you'll get a weekly flyer delivered to your inbox. You can make the purchase through Ethicaldeal and then conveniently pick up the product that you've purchased at a local natural grocery store near you.
And how long ago did you come up with the idea? I'm going to assume you come up with the idea, but how did the idea come about?
Sure. So Ethicaldeal has been in operations for over a year and a half. And really, it was founded with a mission of making green mainstream. We found that the three reasons that are preventing people from making greener choices are they think they're too expensive, they don't know where to find them, and they don't know what to trust. So we wanted to become that trusted guide to help people discover greener choices for everyday living and make it accessible by lowering that price point so that they could try out a green product for the first time and hopefully make that switch.
So when you first came up with this idea, was how evolved was Groupon? Was okay, Groupon is out there, so maybe we can do a spin on Groupon, or was this something that was already in your mind long ago?
The mission was in my mind long ago, but the business model that Groupon followed, we looked at that and we saw how it answered the needs of the customers and client base that we were speaking with. They're often small businesses. They don't have money for $5,000 to spend on an ad. So I really liked that there was no upfront cost for businesses to participate and that we delivered results. That really spoke to me, and I could really sell that as well. That we're selling, we're giving you customers, we're giving you exposure, and you're only paying for results. So I really like that aspect about the Groupon model. I also really like that it was action-oriented. I had a venture where I was promoting green businesses and charging them a monthly subscription fee previous to Ethicaldeal. But what was frustrating is although I was sending them traffic and giving them exposure, I never knew what action people were taking after they viewed that company profile. Were they inspired to become a customer? Were they inspired to become an employee? I don't know. So what I really love about Ethicaldeal is that I see the action taking place every day. I see that 100 people chose to try out a vegan product. I see that 250 people chose to try a green cleaning product today. So it's very measurable, it's actionable, and it's making a difference. So I get excited about that.
So how involved are you in terms of looking at your customer and trying to see, well, they like this or they like that, so I'll approach them about a different kind of a deal, or how interactive are you with your customers?
You mean the businesses?
Yeah. No, the customer, the people that
the
are
shoppers.
buying the deals. Yeah.
Right. We have a pretty active community that follows Ethicaldeal. So we engage with them on Facebook and Twitter. They give us suggestions. We have a suggested business form on our website that we surprisingly get a lot of hits on, and then we try to connect with those businesses that people want to see on Ethicaldeal. We also keep a pretty close tab of what people are responding to. So it's almost an indicator of trends. Vegan deals right now are very popular. Gluten-free is something that a lot of shoppers are asking for. So those are also indicative of trends in the marketplace, and we respond to that. But yeah, a favorite part of my job is just discovering everything that's out there, learning about all the new products, and making those available to our shoppers.
So how do you determine if something is an ethical deal?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we do have a criteria page on our website that I encourage everyone to check out. So we have what's called, we reference them as trust providers, and these are really nonprofit organizations that have a pretty strict certification process in place. And so that's the fair trade certifications, the organic certifications, and we turn to them and look at their members and approach those members that have been certified by these trust providers. So that's the first place that we look. And then we have our own criteria. That is, how do you care for the planet? How do you respect animal rights? How do you benefit the community? And how do you promote wellness? And we look to see that the products and services that we're promoting through Ethicaldeal meet at least one of those criteria. Generally, they meet two or more.
And one would think that because they're specifically green services or products that, well, there's not as many as, say, Groupon is able to get. So how do you keep finding new green deals?
Sure, that's a great question. And so there are less than going after anything and everything, but there's a surprising number of products and services that are appealing to people that are interested in healthy green living. And so we go to trade shows across the country to discover new products and connect with established brands. And then again, through these membership directories, that's another great resource for us to see what companies are out there. And so there are more than we have days for in a year, and new things are constantly coming out. So quantity is not an issue, but it's really finding the best ones and introducing those to our shoppers.
So you started in Vancouver, and now you've expanded. And how are you choosing where you're expanding? And what do you see is happening in the future in terms of expansion?
Sure. So we are in Vancouver. We're also in Victoria and Toronto on a local level, and then we have nationwide deals that people from across North America can access. But in terms of local expansion, we go where the market wants us. So we constantly we do get people saying, hey, can you come to San Francisco or can you come to Calgary? And if we get enough of those requests, we will consider going there. So it's where the market wants our service is where we decide to go. But we're really excited about crossing the border in 2013 and expanding along the West Coast there.
Do you see any differences in terms of dealing with Canadian versus U.S. businesses?
We haven't yet approached U.S. businesses, so I'm not sure I can speak to that yet. But we did go to San Francisco and attend the Green Living Show there. It was very popular. I think over 30,000 people attended, and it was very exciting. So I think there's a lot of new product development happening in the States around green products, and there's just more people and more businesses. So I think we'll be busy when we cross the border.
So lastly, we're at the Grow Conference. So what brings you here?
I'm here to connect with old friends and meet new people. It's always exciting to be part of a conference where there's so much innovation happening, and so I'm really excited to learn about what other people are up to and learn from the mistakes they've made, share some of my own, and just kind of connect as peers of in the entrepreneurship community.